Hey there, this isn't a normal Winston's Wandering video. This is just a video of me talking while I play videos at the winery I was working on. But I just wanted to talk about this trip and about travel this year as a whole, kind of. So, for all the trips I've taken this year, I've been genuinely very excited to go on them, or at least had just a healthy amount of nerves with the excitement. But this trip was a little different. Like, the weeks leading up to it, I kept telling people that I was pumped for it, and it kind of gaslit me a little bit, but basically I wasn't super thrilled to be leaving on my own again, especially for a month. And then I was talking to my mom like half an hour before we were supposed to leave for the airport, and I was talking about all the different kind of things pulling me in different ways in regards to traveling. And one main one kind of pulling me away from traveling is time, and it's like how little time I really have before college and before I'm no longer just a kid at home. Because after this trip I'll have some time at home before I leave again, then I'll come back from that trip for a month or so, and then I'll be in college basically. So I think ever since COVID, I haven't really spent as much time as I should have with my parents and my family in general, and I kind of only realize it in moments when there's nothing I can do about it, like before leaving on a trip for a month. But I think especially with the prospect of leaving for school, it's been making me question my travel plans a little bit, and just made me want to spend as much time as I can with my family before I don't share a home with them anymore and move out. But another reason that's pushing me out into the world for travel is the insane opportunity that I have right now. I have no responsibilities and nothing tying me to Sacramento besides friends and family. With almost 15 months of time that I get to choose exactly how I spend it. Now, unfortunately, because of the academic setting in high school, since I decided to take a gap year, I've consistently felt a little pressure, no matter how imaginary it is, to just be out there traveling, spending time away from home instead of being nice and comfy at home. But I think as the year winds down, I've been able to acknowledge it a lot more and see the stupidity behind it, and so I'm very glad for that. But yeah, when I first got here to Chile, I was miserable, and I think it was a combination of being tired, hungry, the fact that I don't speak Spanish, and the conversation I had with my mom before we left. But I wanted to come home more badly than I ever have before. And like, I was ready to go straight back to the airport and fly home. But I talked to my mom and I talked to some friends, and I decided to give it a few days, go to the winery, see how it was, and just play it day by day. And I think that was a very, very, very good decision, because I did that and I loved it. The language barrier working at the winery was hard, but Google Translate helped a lot, and the work was fun, and the family was so nice, and the food was really good, and I had a pretty great time, even though I was the only volunteer and spent most of the day doing whatever it is I was doing by myself. And then coming down south to Puerto Natales, basically everyone speaks English, and everyone at my hostel is here to backpack at Torres del Paine. It's very nice to talk to people again, and it's very nice to kind of have a little bit of a change of scenery now that time's moving again. But I'm super stoked to start hiking soon, because it's 6 days long, and then I come home right afterwards. But anyways, I'm very glad I stayed, because this trip has been awesome so far, and I've already learned some important stuff about balancing time and money and just happiness in general, and I'm very excited to hike for 6 days. But anyways, through spending time at home and abroad by myself and with a friend, I think I've been able to learn a lot about who I am and how I like to live. And now I'm not 100% sure I'll feel the same way at the end of the gap year, because there's still 5 months until school, so that's a lot of time to experience life and learn about it. But as of now, I do not regret my decision for a gap year at all. Even though there have been some downsides or poor moments, I'm pretty glad I chose this because it's taught me more than I kind of ever hoped or thought it would. So I guess we'll see how I feel a few months from now. But yeah, and I have a lot of stuff like this to talk about, like with what I've learned this year. So let me know if that is of any interest to you to hear about. But anyways, there will be a regular Winston's Wanderings video about Chile coming in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. But thank you very much for listening and have fun.